What's going on, everybody? Hope you are crushing it. Just wanted to hop on here real quick as I was finishing up, some work here, and also going to dive back into some work. I was thinking about, providing some, more value for anybody that might be on their journey. I was just creating a post, and this kind of, sparked the idea in my mind. So I figured it would be a good discussion point to, add some value to this video. If you are new here, my name is Chris. This is my perspective. To show your support for this channel and my vision, be sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. But the main thing that I want to talk about, and also the title of this video, is 3 things that I've learned and have grasped a better idea of in my business or entrepreneurial journey, whatever you would like to call it. So for anybody that doesn't know, I started or tried to start selling stuff prior to college, failed at that, tried to build, a website throughout, my time of dropping out of college, and then had some other, small projects that I was trying to do, but they never made it anywhere. They never, took off from the ground. I was just kind of in this constant wheel thinking I was doing work, and I was always being busy, but there was nothing to show for it. I wasn't making money. I wasn't making progress. I wasn't attracting, possible clients or anything like that. And the problem is because the information that I thought I should be doing, wasn't the stuff that was going to help me see that progress, to help me move forward and build a successful business. But that leads me to the 3 things that I wanted to talk about. And the first thing, wish that I've always heard people talk about this thing, but I wish I kind of grasped the idea a little bit sooner, is the idea of having either a mentor or a coach or, accountability partner, anything like that. But basically, the most important part that you need to understand is it needs to be somebody that's already done well in the field that you're trying to do well, right? So it could be somebody that you're paying, it could be somebody that you're working for, it could be, somebody you just connect with over, the internet. Obviously, there's so many different platforms where you could build a relationship with people online. But being able to connect with these people, mastermind with these people, whether it's, free webinars, right? Whether it's free courses, whether it's paid courses, paid programs, right? So if you want to get into real estate, maybe there's a real estate course or information you could gain. Maybe you become friendly with them and you use them as a resource, helping them guide your way. And I think this is the biggest thing, because you're buying into or investing yourself into somebody that's already went through the process. Whether they had a coach or a mentor, they figured it out and discovered it on their own or with the help of somebody else, but they went through the trenches. They did the dirty work. They did all this stuff to now be able to provide value for other people that are looking to do the same things and see the same success that they have seen on their journey, right? The world of business and entrepreneurship is a lot of, stress, anxiety, all these different things, overthinking, a ton of overthinking, right? Am I going to do well? Am I doing the wrong thing? Am I doing the right thing? All these different thoughts. Am I made to, be doing this? Am I going to be successful? And it's this constant cycle of, self-doubt and all this type of stuff in the beginning, right? We build up on that stuff. We become more confident with the way that we do things. But the overall process, is tough, right? Building a business is not easy. Sometimes it takes time. Sometimes people are able to do it successfully in a week, 2 weeks. But it is something that you need to invest yourself into and really, dive into head first. So I definitely think the idea of having somebody, working with somebody, which I've been thankful to, connect with different people within the same space that I am in. And, we all kind of bounce ideas off of. Some of them are further ahead of me. Some of them are, behind me, or not behind me, but just starting in their journey. So it's really been able to help me grow and come up with different ideas that might help my business grow forward. But the second thing that I want to talk to is that learning is never below you. Okay, so right away, getting into business, you have to kick your ego to the side. That's one of the biggest things that I try to do every single day, is kick that ego to the side, understanding that I don't know everything. Right, that I need to forever be a student, always learning, always picking up, new ideas, taking action, also on everything, because that's one of the main things I talk about is taking action, on our goals. And just obtaining all this information isn't going to get us anywhere if we're not actually putting it out into the field of play. But with this, right, everybody loves being, their own boss, right? A lot of people, hey, why do you want to get into, business? Why do you want to, be an entrepreneur? And a lot of people answer, I want the freedom. I don't want to have a boss. I don't want to be told what to do, right? So they get in this idea of, hey, I just want to be a business owner, right? Or could be, the ego side of things. Hey, I'm too good to, be working. Hey, look at me. I'm cool. I have my own business, right? And these are things that I felt guilty to, and that's probably why I never built anything, successful up until this point. But that's been one of the newest things that I've learned, right, is kicking that ego to the side and understanding, hey, I have a lot of learning to do. I have a lot of, information that I could be taking on that's going to really help me, build a 6-figure, 7-figure business. And you are absolutely looking, that's the whole point of this page. You guys are tracking this business because you are looking at a future, 7-figure earner, and that is going to happen one way or another. We are going to get to that point. If you want to be a part of this journey, you're more than welcome to, watch along. But we're doing it, okay? So it's going to be taking action right along and right in front of your eyes, one way or another. To kind of go along with that, last point, I don't know if I, really answered this yet. Just kind of rambling on here, going from, the top of my head. But with the idea of, learning is, you could always gain something that's going to help you, right? You're never above somebody. Somebody's always doing more than you. Somebody's always doing better than you. Somebody's always, outgrowing you, right? So you got to show up and put the work in. But you can't just have that limited mindset of, I know what I need to do. I know I'm doing the right stuff. Because a lot of times, we feel like we're doing, everything we need to, but there's so much out there that could give us, the extra jump up to really help our, business expand. Or even if you're not in business, even if you're just growing in school or whatever, there's probably, some technique or something out there that is going to help you in your career or whatever it might be that you are, diving into. The third thing that I learned, going into business is it could be definitely a lonely journey, right? I talk about accountability partners sometimes, and one of the main things is like, for me, I try to get up early in the morning, but if I don't get up in the morning, which it happens to me, right? I'm not the most perfect person. Sometimes I battle, the own demons in my mind, saying, hey, stay in bed, it's cold, all these different things. But over the years, thankfully, I've built the discipline to be able to push past that for the most part, but it still happens. Like everybody else, I'm constantly trying to grow, into a better and better and better version of myself every single day. You don't always have that, flow of positive support and stuff coming your way, so knowing that, hey, you have to be disciplined on your own terms. You need to be able to show up for yourself. You need to be able to operate almost relying on no outside support. And I'm not saying, don't think I'm saying, oh, nobody around me supports me, nobody checks in on me, because I am super thankful for the ones around me, and especially the group of people that I've built around me, from my friends and family and people I used to work with, where it's just nonstop, support and hyping each other up. That's really allowing us to all grow in our own ways. But the point with that, of being the accountable for yourself, right? If I don't get up in the morning, nobody's going to come wake me up and say, hey, you got your dreams to chase. Nobody's going to come wake me up and say, hey, you were supposed to get this done, right? A lot of people don't know what I'm doing on a daily basis, right? So they might comment, oh, what'd you sleep in today? But nobody's going to, ultimately hold you accountable towards your goals, right? So before you dive into, doing business full time, being an entrepreneur full time, make sure you have the understanding of yourself, what you are capable of, and the discipline to show up when nobody else is going to be there to, guide you, hold your hand, walk you through a progression, right? That's one of the best things with, the workforce, and that's why a lot of people stay in the workforce, is because you constantly have somebody that's saying, hey, Chris, did you get this done? Hey, Chris, can you get this done by Friday? Hey, Chris, you came late today. Let's make sure we clean up this act. Hey, whoever it might be, right? Holding you accountable, and whether we like hearing that criticism or not, we're still getting it. To make us level up and to hold us accountable, right? But in the world of business, in the world of entrepreneurship, nobody cares if you're not getting any sales. Nobody cares if you're not making any money. I mean, people care. They want to see you do well for, an extent of things. But nobody cares enough to, be standing by your bed saying, boom, it's 4 o'clock, let's go chase your dreams. They got their own things to worry about. And again, don't think I'm saying this in a negative way, but just one of the main things that I've learned. Everybody wants you to do well, but nobody wants to see you do better than them. Stay locked in on your own journey. Make sure you're showing up for yourself. Keep chasing that vision and make that dream a reality.